birthday Q&A. I'm down. Yeah, I'm down. Let's switch to just chatting so people don't get pissed. Alright, let's switch to the face. My face. Oh, wait. This is the time. Wait. This is the time. Wait. This is the time. Hold up.
Getting Scarra on your team is actually free win.
Hey. Setting the mood. I got blue lights and a green room. You know what that makes me? Colorful. Alright guys, what do you guys want to know? I haven't done one of these in a while. I was going to do a Q&A when I finished the season. It didn't happen. So I decided to do a video instead. So feel free to ask me questions, guys. This will probably last like 20 minutes, 30 minutes. When you gonna stream Twitch Sings? I might do that. I don't know is it out yet? Why do you think Minion Block is in the game? What's the point of it? There's a good reason why it's in the game. I just can't think of it off the top of my head. I think it should be in the game though. Why am I so cool, Flowers? Dude, you're fucking monster. Don't talk to me. You're the coolest person in the room. How stressful can it be running a house or helping run one? It's pretty stressful. That's why Yvonne takes a lot of the load away from me. Like, she manages the house very well. Like, favorite childhood memory? I don't really have one at the moment, to be honest. I don't remember much. My long-term memory is pretty bad. I don't remember much of my childhood. Just like random parts of my childhood, you know? Certain memories just tend to stick out. Like, my mom got really pissed off at me because I kept talking back to the teachers when I was in 5th grade. No, not 5th grade. Was it 5th? Yeah, it was 5th grade. My mom got super pissed. And it'd be like the teacher would ask you a question. So I'd be talking in class and the teacher would be like, Jimmy, can you repeat the Declaration of Independence? And I would say stuff like, can you? And she would get so pissed. Like, I remember she would get I get sent to the principal's office for saying that too much. And eventually, like, I was just such a hassle that, like, we had parent-teacher conference night. And my mom went, and she came back heated. Like, she was so pissed. I thought she was pissed at me. And then she told me that she was pissed because the teacher related me to Hitler. And my mom was like, no one should ever do that. Like I want a new teacher for you. I need a new homeroom teacher. I think I got like my homeroom teacher got switched because of that situation. Because, like, I was just such a pain to her. And I was like, all ended up well, but, you know, maybe I pushed my teacher's buttons a little too much when I was younger. Those are the only memories I tend to remember, right? And my childhood was obviously very long, many years, but my long-term memory is just not very good. Do you have a good relationship with my mom? Yeah, I love my mom. Thoughts on preseason changes? I think extending laning phase is good. I think the turret play might be a little bit too much right now, and the game still feels relatively the same, which for the first time ever. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. Where I see myself in 5-10 years, I hate this question because I don't know. I didn't think I'd be doing what I'm doing 2 years ago, and every year everything changes. Like, when you're in esports, it's a very volatile industry. There's no real progression plan or progression map. You don't look at this and you're like, okay, you know, I'm gonna learn Fireball when I hit level 6. At level 12, I'm gonna learn like what's the other thing that like going down the tree? Blaze, the thing where you like cast and you runs back. Like, there's no like skill tree, you know, when you get to a certain like certain so many years in the industry. So like everything always changes. When you think about it, actually, offline just had their 1-year anniversary. So even offline TV has been around for only just over a year. And I think that a lot of people already associate offline heavily with me for good reason, right? But when you think about it, like, that was just a year ago. What could happen in another year? I make a new thing, online TV, Or I just like off my TV disappears. I'm doing this. I stop streaming League. I'm suddenly a variety streamer. You know, all this stuff could happen. So I don't really have like a 5-year plan. Just like I don't have like a 2-year plan. I just kind of go with the flow and try to make the best decisions possible. Offline has a better business plan than my own personal self. TwitchCon in 2019 is in Berlin. Will you be there? I think there's going to be 2 TwitchCons in 2019. I think if there is, I probably will go to the Berlin one. If there's only one, I'll probably go. What was the post-game chat for TCS? Did they get a little heated? A little bit, but I think it's just because people wanted to win. I think that we definitely could have won our side of the bracket, but I think it's actually, yeah. I think we just played differently than we did in scrims. Have I considered playing more variety games? There's not a variety game I really want to play. That's the problem. Like I look at like the recent releases and I'm just like, oh man, literally let me look at new releases this year. PC game releases this year. And to be honest, like there isn't anything that really stands out to me. I'm not like, holy shit, you know, I gotta play Artifact, you know? Like Artifact was something that I was like, okay, but like everything kind of disappoints me, to be honest. And so it's like, because there's nothing I want to play, Elder Scroll Blades comes out on November 28th. Whoa, dude. Just Cause 4, Katamari Damacy, Lost Ark is actually the only thing that's kind of interesting. Anno, Steel Rats. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just not that interested, you know? I'd play more if I was more interested. Do I miss competitive league? A little bit. Will I ever go back to coaching? Nope. Or overseeing a team? Nope. How's it like to have to carry QD at TCS? QD is one of the most... I think the thing about playing with QD is really interesting. QD never tells me what to do for the most part. I always have to ask him, unless it's like when to play aggressive in lane, I always have to ask him what to do. And a lot of the times, like, based on his movement, you're supposed to figure out what to do. And I think the way he teaches people is like not verbally, like his communication isn't good, but he's still one of the best AD carries I've played with, period. Like it's really enjoyable to play with QD for me because there's never a point in the game where I feel like QD's wrong almost when it comes to bot lane. Like he's been playing for so long, his in-game IQ is always really high. And so if he's playing seriously, like me and him align very well on how to play out the game, where to go, how to push a lead. I may not know how to do some of that stuff, but I can always ask QD. And so even though he may not be the first to talk or to help me out, I can always ask him and it never feels like he's paying to answer, you know? And so I really like playing with QD as support. Like I feel like I learned so much more about the game than playing with anyone else, almost. Do you have a name for subs? The media's fan club today. I'll play Smash Ultimate when it comes out, absolutely. You guys picked the team, yes. I think Voy set the team together. Will be the 2019 TCS champs? I don't know, man. I think that this is like probably a year where it's just weird having multiple mid laners on the same team that all tend to play off meta stuff. I think that like for instance, having QD play actual ADs but not having frontline is like miserable for QD, right? Because we can never come back if we fall behind. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen in the future, where like I'll probably just play. If it's the case where I'm supporting him, God knows why, I'll probably just bite the bullet and play a lot more frontline next time. Even if our lane just sucks, I think that we can get through. Like we're really good at losing gracefully. I feel like Cap sleeping Fnatic, man. We all knew what happened. Like that was a rumor that was legit like a week or two ago. Think we'll see what happens. Really big coin flip. Do you think the Dark Harvest change to a lane rune is good for the game? I think it's okay. Maybe nerf it a little bit, but I think it's okay. You know why Void never wants a front or tank or frontline top, especially when the meta right now revolves heavily around top lane? Because he wants to carry. Same with every other person, right? Every one on the team wants to carry. But like it's hard to have a team comp where you're playing 4 or 5 carries. Like it's really hard. You can't win unless you smash lane. So like we went in a team expecting that. Like, we at no point did we ever ask Void to play tanks. Have you or would you ever smoke weed? No, I probably would, but it's like not something I'm really interested in right now. I'm a new follower. If not pro play, what are you doing with Cutie and Night Blue? We were just playing a small tournament together with them, but it's over now. You think you switch to support and dig would you have a better team instead of going to coaching? I don't think I was smart enough at the game to be able to do that. I think a lot about, or maybe Cutie could have taught me actually. But I think that was definitely like if I had switched earlier, I think support would have been an easier role. Because I think even up until a couple years ago, there wasn't a lot of good talent in support. I think the year that Gate switched, if you had switched before that year, you would have not had much competition, in my opinion. We consider having wings on BTR. I'm sure I will at some point. The next person I want on BTR is holy shit. What day is it? Is it Monday? Sunday. I have someone I want on BTR soon. We'll see. Do you underestimate Grievous wounds? No. I think Void overestimates Grievous wounds sometimes, as well as Dragon importance. I think Dragons, right now, like, especially when it comes to solo queue, Dragons are not important. Not that important. Nice to have, but it's whatever. Decker claims to be one of the most trolled players on NA. Would you have him on BTR? Maybe. I think the thing with Decker is he kind of made a bad... It's similar to a lot of people. Like, he's a person who's really outspoken, so he has a lot of people who hate him. Like, straight up. And I feels like he dislikes a lot of people as well. So, like, yeah, maybe people will go out of their way to, like, actually flame the shit out of him. Or, like, play worse on his team kind of stuff. Whereas I feel like... a lot, like, for instance, Cutie doesn't really have many people that hate Cutie, right? He just exists. Challenger realistic goal this season? Yeah, absolutely. What do you think of Core JJ? I don't know. I think he's pretty good. I have not watched enough of his games. That's on Crown. I don't know how good he is. I don't think he had a great 2018 is what I heard. You say preseason is a fiesta and shouldn't be taken seriously? I didn't say that. Well, I think the games just aren't that serious. But you could take them seriously. You'll probably win more if you do. What about MMR? Nah, I think people think that it's still not that important. What changes would you like to see for crit ADs this season? I think their itemization is just awful. I don't like IE. I don't like the fact that you can only get 60% or 120% crit. I think they just did a really bad job. Worst memory from competitive play. When after Worlds in season 2, or was it 2? It was like 3. It was 3. When we were looking for a top laner and Crumbs talked to every European team about me, or
Getting
about
Scarra on your team is
joining Dig. Every single one of them said that they would never join my team because they thought I was garbage. That caused Crumbs to lose trust in me as a teammate, and that was like a really shitty 6 months. I think like the first season after that, on top of that of me playing poorly, that was like a really shitty like 3-4 months. Super shitty. What's the most memorable birthday present you've received? I don't know. I don't think I have one that super stands out. How do you feel about Haunter the Broken Blade Switch? I don't know how good Broken Blade is. I have no idea. Best moment of my pro career. Any moment where I win against a lot of many odds, multiple odds. You know, getting to LCS was big. getting to Worlds, playing at Worlds, playing APE that one time at TSM. Pretty much all the times where we played and upset people were like really, really good. Who's the best in A team right now? I'm not sure. Sorry, I don't know. I haven't been keeping too close attention. I think Carton Spa is actually meta preseason. I think it's slightly meta, yeah. I don't think it's that bad. That's an outtake? I don't know, actually. He's like a really weird player for me to analyze. I think he's just like, he's like a stable above average AD. But I don't know, in terms of like growth potential, it's hard to say. You think preseason did a decent job fixing the game? I think it did okay. I think ADs are just god awful position, and it's because of the like. Just look at my last video. They didn't fix a lot of the problems that I had with the game. I think QD is still LCS level. Maybe not at the moment, but I think he could be maybe. Seesaw, thanks to the sub, man. That the times you on guys on Dig would win versus C9 TSM and surprise everyone with the best months. Yeah, I think so too. Did you ever remember Unrestricted from season 2? What happened? I have no idea. Pobolter was on that team, from that team. Biggest surprise roster move from NALCS. There weren't really many that were bangers. I think EU had a much more interesting offseason. I think OFG Safe is a good coach. I think you asked me this 3 months ago, and I said I don't know because I never worked with him. Have I tried MTG? Yes, I've played a lot of MTG online or arena. What would you change from yesterday to win the series? There's not anything one individual thing I would change. Probably a lot of things, you know. I think it's really silly to go in hindsight to be like, hey, you know, we knew the biggest thing is that the first game was just bad. We weren't able to play around our bot lane lead, and they messed up bot lane.
Hey Scarra, happy birthday. I've been a big fan since the S3 Dig days.
God, they messed
Keep it up, friend.
They messed up bot lane at all 3 games. And we weren't able to punish them correctly, in any except for game 2. Which kind of sucked for us, to be honest. What do you think about Forgiven's tweet that he's available after March? I don't think about it. I think that whatever he says, you don't know his actual skill level. Wait for him to play again. Maybe someone wants to experiment. I don't know if they'll go back. Are you gonna stream at Tekken anytime soon? No, I'm not playing the game at the moment. Best coach in NAC? I have no idea. Best way to improve on your own? Like, I don't know how to understand the game as well as the pros. The best way is to sit down with someone who does and have them coach you. But that's a rare luxury. I think in terms of personal improvement, I would watch a lot of people's games and compare their decision making with yours. In Hearthstone, a lot of times you'll freeze frame. Like on a turn, you'll pause the turn and you'll be like, what would I do here? And then you would then unpause and see what they do and like, okay, why would they do this? And it's the same thing with League. It's like, okay, like there's situations where people are like, do I roam or back? And it's like, well, go to a pro player stream or like whatever. Pause the video when they get that option. It's like, why did he do that? Like really think to yourself why he did that. A lot of situations you can actually ask them. But being able to kind of understand the game takes a lot of time. I learned a lot of like my knowledge of the game by talking to my peers and me being a pro player. The actual steps to learn from nothing is very difficult for me to explain. Like I don't know how to super do it. I apologize. Thoughts on in-house games going on? They're cool. Do you know how you can get in and how? Yeah, if you're good or if you're in LCS.
Getting Scarra on your team is actually free win.
He saw Kentai, thanks for the sub. And Obia, thanks for the donation, man. Do you think Crown will perform? I have no idea. It's possible to have a rotating game mode where you play past seasons. No, I don't think they should. You and Kitty seem to be close, and Kitty and Danny seem to be close, but are you and Danny close? Yeah, I like Danny. I think I think Danny and Kitty are actually really similar. I think Danny spent like too long with Kitty. He like got changed a little bit. I think Kitty like changed Danny into another version of Kitty. It's weird, actually. It's very weird. You should ask him about it, like for sure. I feel like Kitty's a little bit radioactive, where you have to like limit your amount of like interaction with him, or else, like. You become a little bit too much like him. I'm sure it's true for even for people who watch Cutie, right? You guys watch Cutie and you're memeing him up. It's like, I can't believe I died there. And then you get in the game and you with your friends and you say that and you're just like, fuck. Like, for sure, that's happened to you guys before. Don't even try to lie to me, you know? Like, his mannerisms become your mannerisms, and it's like, I'm just an extension of Cutie. You know what you mean? You've been watching Danny forever. Yeah, dude. He's turned into like a little, like a mini Cutie. He's got his own charm though, so I like that. But like, he's definitely Cutie-ish, you know? How do you juggle a relationship and a competitive career? Don't ask me, dude. I was never able to do it. When I was dating, when I was a pro player, I cut my relationship because it was for me, it was not possible for me to balance both. And that sucked. Like, to be honest, it really sucked. I don't know how to do it. You have to ask people who are like, and you'll have a lot of situations where like people are playing and they aren't in relationships, or their relationships like are strained. Because in essence, what ends up happening is like, if you're dating while a pro player and you're spending 15 hours a day trying to get better at League, what time do you have left for the relationship? And there's some relationships where like you can talk a small amount and you know they're satisfied with that, but a lot of relationships need maintenance and more time investment. Like I've known relationships where it's like every single day they need to talk with each other, or like spend like at least a day a week together, stuff like that. And it feels like that's easy to do, but when you're on the grind for League, like that's hard to give up sometimes. My only relationship currently, nah, not even close, dude. Not even close. I look at my DMs right now, and it's like, you think the girls DM me? Hell no. It's painless. Happy birthday, man. Hope all's going great. Maybe we can get lunch or dinner sometime. And it's fed. Hey, this is a long list of the N word that you need to use to filter when you're using push to talk. They gotta have that one on. Hey, lunch is pretty great, you know. I'm not complaining. How much of your personal life will you share with my fans? I think I do share quite a bit, you know, because I just stream for so long.
Getting Scarra on your team is actually
when you're streaming for about, I would say, 3/5 or 4/5 of your day, your normal day, you know, 4/5 of my day, you know, and the 1/5 of the day you don't know is like, you know, if I'm doing stuff for my brand individually, if I'm doing stuff for like one of my hobbies, if I'm going out to eat with friends, and like if I'm spending a lot of time with offline TV people. But for the most part, since you see 80% of my life, it's hard to hide the other 20%, right? My wife likes you. You want her number? Sure, give it to me, man. you would never ask me if you weren't into that. So like, you know what? It's my birthday. I'll celebrate by fulfilling your dream. Darius burned out from League. Do you think you could fall out of love with the game? I did. I think this season was the first season where, for about like I would say 2 to 4 weeks, I just didn't really enjoy the game that much.
Actually free win.
Are IRL food Sundays ever coming back? No, not until I'm off keto. I think the reason is because the places I want to go, like I love food to the degree that like I love like talking to people about new food places we're going, and like people are always like, oh, Scarra'S, he's a foodie, you know, he loves his food, and I'm just like, when they meet me, they're like, I thought you ate at nice places. I'm like, not since keto, dude. So like, I feel like to some extent keto kind of takes away from one of my very largest life enjoyments. So today is like a special day because we're going to a place that like a K barbecue place that I love. It's my favorite one. It's pretty pricey, but it's literally the best one in the city, in my opinion. And so I'm very excited about going. And like, to be honest, some of the other people going are just like, wait, you've never taken me out to dinner to like a good place. I'm like, yeah, dude, are you serious? I'm excited. You guys should be excited too. This place is sick. So like, I kind of miss that a lot. And the places I want to eat like in LA, I can't eat on keto. Like I want to eat like good ramen places, maybe a good French place, to be honest. And there's a lot of like just sugar heavy, carb heavy stuff. It's very rare I can find a place I want to eat where it's not one of those two. And so until keto's over, I'm not bringing back IRL food streams. What's your favorite quarters? That one's garb. It's a good one to go to. I'm not gonna say what my favorite is because I'm literally going to it. I don't want to see you guys there. You remember when I said I share 80% of my life? That 20% is not for you guys. Not right now. Not today. Our party's gonna be like 13. I don't want to extend it. I don't need 15. You know. Is Kang on that? No, it's not. Tell us after on Twitter. Yeah, I'll let you guys know. Don't worry. Are we IRL streaming at Korean? No. Hobbies? I like to read. So recently I got into reading. Generally speaking, I'll like read anything from like
Scarra on your
web novels to I'll read stuff like fantasy fiction. Are my two like biggest ones. Recently I used to read manga like 5 years ago. Really like 2 hours a day, every day. I got back into reading Bakuman a couple days ago, and I'm like 120 chapters in, and that's been really enjoying. And yeah, it's really enjoyable, not enjoying. Sorry. Have you read Way of Kings? Of course. Yeah, Bakuman's beast. When I read my fanfic, I'm good, man. I don't want to know about how Kitty's Chug Jug and I interact, because I'm sure there's a line in there about that. Favorite K barbecue meat? I really like beef tongue, but a lot of other people do not. So I really like beef tongue, and depends on the pork belly. Sometimes it's very good, but it depends on the place. Are you gonna learn piano again? Nah, I think I'm done. I prefer to learn how to draw than learn piano at this point. How does my family react to how you do? They're just like, my mom's so funny. She was like, as long as you're happy. Before she used to be like, doctor, lawyer, astronaut, and now she's like, as long as you're happy, I'm happy. I'm just like, thank God. Like my parents have mellowed out a lot. I think it helps that I'm just like, by the way, I make like this much. I make like 6 figures. I'm like, oh my God, 6 figures? That's like a doctor, but without the education. And I think they gave up because they saw my schooling. They're just like, wow, you're not smart enough to be a doctor. And I was somewhat offended while playing Super Smash Bros. I'd be like, what? Not smart enough? Are you look at this wave dash. You think a dumb guy could do that? But I think they've kind of tempered their expectations, and they're very happy that I'm happy. And I think that's cool. Oh, what's up, Ole? Who's the nicest person in the house?
Getting Scarra on your team is actually a free win.
I don't know. Everyone's nice, dude. How's the keto cake? Actually super good. Like, surprisingly good. I'm gonna play the new Smash, of course, dude. I'm gonna play the new Smash Bros, of course, dude. What are your thoughts on eating intestine? It's okay. I'm not a huge fan of it myself, though. Like, I'm not freaked out by different food. Like, I'm Chinese. Like, I grew up, my mom told me not to ask what I was eating. She would just be like, eat it. You know, if I didn't, she'd be like, oh, are you serious? There's families in Africa that are starving every day that would eat it. And I'm just... I still remember her when she legitimately said that and was serious about it. I was like, you're right. You know, and then eventually when I got older, I was like, just ship it to them then. I don't care. And they just stopped using that line. Current reading list, Bakuman right now. And Wandering In. I tried Filipino food. I've tried it actually a little bit. I streamed myself trying it. There's a place near where I live that has decent Filipino food. It's pretty good. Am I gonna stream Smash? I'm sure we will at some point. Do you think streamers like shelf life is short? If you do, what do you think of prolonging, or what do you think it ends? I don't know, because we're still in the first generation of streamers. There hasn't been a big streamer that stopped streaming yet. So I would say that like average streamer life expectancy is not even known. You know, off the top of my head, it would probably be for a big streamer somewhere between 5 to 15 years. But I mean, I have no idea, you know? Have you seen your birthday art? Which one? Oh! Oh! Look at that. He drew me as a diamond. That's cute. Am I half Chinese or half Vietnamese? Neither. I'm full Chinese. My mom's from Shanghai, my dad's from Beijing. I can't speak the language, but I mean, I'm Chinese. You know, if you looked at my blood genetically, I'm like as Chinese as like you can get. I talked to the taxi driver. Yeah, I can speak a little, but like I'm not good at it. What the heck? Like that's like saying if you're, I think I am preschool to kindergarten level in terms of my fluency, and like that's not something you brag about. You're not like, oh, you know what? I'm relatable to 7-year-olds. It's like no, you're just like I don't speak the language. I'm gonna get challenged next season. I'm definitely gonna try.
On your
WD-40, Canon, Arcasis, and Rigolus. Thanks for the sub. What is this? Have you ever been to China? Of course. I used to live. There used to be a period of time of my life, probably 2 to 3 years, where I would go there for 3 months every year. So 1/4 of my years were spent in China, and I got sick of it, dude.
Have you ever tried Vietnamese food?
Of course, I've tried Vietnamese food, but I only know like the most common, like, there's a Bumbo Hoi. I know like they're here. Hold on. Obviously, fuzz is really popular. Let me go. I forgot Bumbo. Okay. Via food. Wait, come on. Just Google me something. Normal food cuisines. Oh, Bumbo Hoi. Yeah, Bami. I love Bami actually. Oh, hey, what's up, Jade? 1/4 emerald gem. Your alerts aren't showing on your full cam. Are you serious? Oh shit! I never got an alert thing. I apologize. Sorry. Let me copy. So is this it? Copy. Paste.
Getting Scarra on your team is actually free.
There we go, dude. Sorry about that. I forgot. Wait, I actually have to leave soon. Was faux lunch. Thanks for yourself. Let me go double
check.
Getting
Scarra on your team is actually free.
Okay. I think we're leaving in 8 minutes. That's the plan. 8 minutes. How much have I made from donations? I'll actually tell you. I've gotten 300 to 400. I think it's 400 subs today, give or take. Fat Cat donated alone was 100. I think I got 250 more. Donation wise, let me just go look. 900. To put that in perspective, my average donation for the month is about 500. So I made twice as much. I made what I make in about 55 days in what I did in one stream.
Getting Scarra on your team is
Oh
actually
my
free.
god. Thank you for donating, an anonymous gifter. 50 subs.
Getting Scarra on your team is actually free win.
Oh god. Wait, what's 50 times 5? 250 seconds?
Getting Scarra
of
on your
hearing
team is actually
Meteos.
free win.
Holy shit. Is that $900? That's $900. What, you think I got 900
Getting
donations
Scarra
today?
on your team is actually free win.
What do you think is the main reason for you guys to lose the TCS? We were worse than the other team.
Getting Scarra on your team
I make
is actually
$36
free
a day on donations? No, I make a lot less. If I average 500 a month,
win. Getting Scarra on
is
your
that
team is
36?
actually free win.
There's no way. I make like nothing in donations a day.
Getting Scarra on your team is actually free win.
80% of my income ish is my ad revenue, so what's 17?
Getting Scarra on your team is
What's the
actually
reason you
free
won't keep
win.
alerts on? I don't know. I think a long time ago, I thought I devalued the stream a lot. I also feel like it's somewhat manipulative.
Getting Scarra on your team is actually
because I
free
feel
win.
that it's like it trains you, right? Like it's like I'm doing Pavlov's experiment. You're a dog, and I'm just like,
Getting
listen to
Scarra on your
Meteos.
team
Doesn't that
is
make you want to
actually free
donate?
win.
And you guys like throw me at the mouth. Yeah, dude, I love Meteos, and you just donate because of it, right? I think, and I used to think that detracted away
Getting
from a
Scarra
lot of
on your team
streams.
is actually free
But I actually
win.
think that like to some degree it adds value to the stream sometimes. It brings your community better like together a lot of times.
Getting Scarra
I
on
actually
your team is
and I
actually
think that like
free win.
non-embracing donations actually hurts to join with other communities. I think that one of the
Getting
hardest
Scarra
things
on your team is actually free
is
win.
especially to combine offline communities is like a lot of the offline communities are very like they'll watch whichever offline member is
Getting
on,
Scarra
except for
on your
me.
team is actually
Because
free
like
win.
I'm so league centric on top of the fact that I'm not really Twitch centric either. Like I'm not big on like Twitch emotes or like no
Getting
alerts.
Scarra
So
on
it's
your
like
team
it's
is
really
actually free
awkward
win.
to be honest. So like I can see there's a lot of benefits to like, and I'm losing about $50,000 a year, right?
Getting Scarra
That's
on your team
straight
is
up.
actually free win.
So like there's a lot of benefits, and I think that like if I was any kind of normal man with a brain, I should do it, but I'm a little bit stubborn, so I'm probably gonna
Getting
keep it
Scarra
off
on
except for
your team is
very
actually
special
free win.
occasions.
Getting Scarra
I think
on
the
your
ads
team
are
is
worse than the
actually free
alerts. It
win.
makes the stream kind of stale. And to be fair, I think that that's a valid concern. Like absolutely.
Getting Scarra on your team is actually free win.
And maybe I'll bring it back like once a month.
Getting
I think.
Scarra on your team is
we'll
actually
see. We'll
free
see.
win.
Did I get sick of, why did I get sick of China? I don't like being in a country where I can't speak the language. I don't have a lot of my friends.
Getting Scarra on your team is actually free win.
Holy shit. Anonymous, thanks for gifting 20 more subs. I've for sure received
Getting
more subs
Scarra on
today
your team
than
is
any
actually
other
free win.
day.
Getting Scarra on your team is
I-
actually free win.
I'm literally listening to 400 seconds of media. I'm gonna donate to media. So the next time I see him stream, is he on yet? Like I just want to donate, like, you know, for this, because like I feel bad using his like voice for this.
Getting Scarra
He's
on
hosting
your team is
Nick
actually
Merckx.
free win. Getting Scarra on your team is actually
You lose money if I go eat right now. It's true, but like life's not all about money, right? If it was, I've had this all around all the time. Like I think one of the things I'm looking forward to tonight is like just eating with friends and family, or I guess new family, and going to the movies and just enjoying that, you know.
Getting Scarra on
and
your
then
team
who
is
knows?
actually
Maybe I'll
free
at the
win.
very end of the day I'll come back and be like, you know, guys, I gotta stream some more. But I think that's kind of unlikely, you know. I could
Getting
stream for
Scarra on
24
your team
hours
is
on my
actually
birthday,
free
but
win.
I think that there should be a balance, right? We're watching
Getting Scarra on your
the
team is
Wreck-It
actually
Ralph
free win.
movie, second one. Azu Sirit and Al Chan.
Getting Scarra on your team
Thanks
is
for the sub,
actually
guys.
free win.
I made a stream my dinner. No, you guys are not joining me for that. And yeah, you can always watch more of me on
Getting
YouTube.
Scarra
Dude,
on your team is
Basti's got
actually
it,
free
man.
win.
I love your attitude. I had to leave my apprenticeship, which would have paid good, but I definitely wouldn't have enjoyed that life. Yeah, I think that's
Getting
common. You
Scarra
know?
on your team
I
is
get the
actually
luxury
free
of
win.
being financially stable and being able to make choices like that. But I understand that's not the truth.
Getting
That's not the case for
Scarra
other
on your team
people.
is actually free win. Getting Scarra on your team is actually free win. Getting Scarra on your team is actually free win.
I keep hearing it. Is Kitty going to dinner? I
Getting
think it's.
Scarra
I'm
on your
just.
team is
It's just.
actually free
What you
win.
call it? People from offline. Cause it would get too big. Like we have like me and Toast are celebrating our birthday at the same time.
Getting
And like we
Scarra on your
hard
team is
capped it at
actually
like
free win.
ideally around 10, or else like we can't even go to places. I hate going with large parties, to be honest.
Getting Scarra on your team is actually free win. Getting Scarra on your team is actually free win.
Medios, fuck. I hit 2,300
Getting
subs,
Scarra on your team is actually free win.
and this is the first time I've ever had more than 1,800 subscriber points in my life. Oh,
Getting
1,900.
Scarra on your team is actually free win.
So, and I've been stuck around the 1,600 to 1,900 for about 5 months.
Getting Scarra on your team is actually free win.
But thank you so much for the donations and the subs tonight.
Getting Scarra on your team is actually free win.
This is a 2-second clip, and I play it for 5 seconds. And it used to be for 10.
Getting Scarra on your team is actually free win. Getting Scarra on
Do you
your
think
team is actually
TCS
free
helped
win.
get you more publicity? Of course. I just think it's something new, right? Like, you see me play solo queue every day, but you don't see what group scrims look like, right?
Getting
And I
Scarra
think
on
that
your team
that
is
just
actually
looking,
free win.
finding out what group scrims looks like, it teaches a lot. Like, if you watch how I play the lane, what I talk about, what I'm looking for, you learn a
Getting
ton.
Scarra on your
And
team
having
is
the
actually
interaction
free
with
win.
4 big personalities is great, right? You see how you would like be able to sacrifice for them,
Getting
or like
Scarra
what they
on your team
sacrifice
is
for
actually
you,
free
and how
win.
you guys work together.
Getting Scarra on your team is actually free win.
Don't we need to eat soon? Yeah, Albert, but I got donated 70 subs, and I have to go through this. Tell me when we're
Getting
leaving.
Scarra on your team is actually free win. Getting Scarra on your team is actually free win.
You should scrim for longer than a week? Nah, dude, I think Shifter's brain would turn off.
Getting Scarra on your team is actually free win.
Will you make the icon insurance an emote?
Getting Scarra on your
We'll
team
see.
is actually free win.
So as long as there's more subs to get to keep you, no. I have to leave, dude.
Getting Scarra on your team is actually a free win.
With the viewership of the T6 game, do you think that smaller third-party tournaments like IEM should come back? I don't think
is actually a free win.
IEM has the same draw as Tyler 1. I think Tyler 1 did a great job getting community casters, and like I think that what Tyler is doing is completely different than what other people could do. That people come for Tyler, you know, and the tournament that he represents. It actually kind of sucks for him that I feel like his tournament's not going to get much viewership because our team lost. I think that like if our team had kept going, he would have gotten more viewership. And I feel bad for him because like that's not his fault. That's ours, right?
Is actually a free win.
Have you heard of Keyforge? I've never heard of that.
Free win.
Did you ever dislike a pro player when you played or coached? I don't hate anyone. Let me put it that way. But there are people that I wouldn't want to work with because like our personalities didn't match, or like the way we talk about things didn't feel like they clicked.
Getting Scarra on your team is actually a free win. Getting Scarra on your team is actually a free win.
Thoughts on new streamers, popular streamers like Mo and TF? They're the only two out of the last 2 years that have been successful.
Getting Scarra on your team
Mo is willing to do a lot of stupid shit and not be afraid of looking dumb for his viewers, and he's a good ass player. I think that's really like he's like very unique as a personality and knows what he wants to do to grow. TF Blade is someone who like is grown basically off pure skill.
Getting Scarra on your
person
team
who was consistently ranked 1 throughout the season and was able to carry that success throughout. All the other people didn't grow that much, you know. I think that's
getting Scarra.
Those two are really good cases for how to be popular in such a saturated market. Both of them are very good case studies.
Getting Scarra on your team is actually a free win.
Dude, Zenpai, you donated. Your donation's gonna get read like 5 minutes from now.
Getting Scarra on your team is actually a free win.
Would you ever recommend people to pursue streaming as entertainment? I would recommend you do it as a hobby before anything else.
Getting Scarra on
Don't
your
quit
team
your day
is
job
actually
for sure.
Win.
The EQ got popular off skill or entertainment both. For
Getting
sure.
Scarra on your team is actually.
And I think that the people who have both are like incredible, you know?
Getting Scarra on your team is actually a free win.
Like when QD actually tries, he's really good. Really good. But like when he plays solo, he fucking turns off his brain, let's run
Getting
it down.
Getting Scarra on your team is actually
like when you have to play like the game correctly, which is like you don't play aggressive when the jungle's on your side of pressure, that's so boring. So what every streamer does is they just try to play and try to outplay the gank. And like 9 times out of 10, you know, it fails. That 1 times out of 10, that's a YouTuber ban. Put it straight onto YouTube.
On your team is
and it's true for every streamer, right? Because it's so boring playing the game correctly a lot of times for the volume that you end up playing.
Getting Scarra on your team is actually a free win.
Okay, let me just say your donation. I don't know if I'll get to it regardless. Zenpai donate, hey Scarra, I wanted to say how much you have impacted my life since I started watching you. You got me into League and I can't help. I'm sorry. I can't thank you enough for all the positivity and wisdom. Much love. Also, happy birthday. Well, I'm glad you like that I got you into League.
Your team is
I'm happy you've been watching me for such a long time. I'm influential. I think it's the best thing someone can say, you know? I think that one of the things about streaming, one of the best things about streaming is to say that you impacted someone's life positively. Because when you think about it, there's no bigger compliment than that. To say you've positively changed someone's life, so good. Nothing is better,
Scarra.
right?
Just wanted to say how much you have impacted my life since I have
started
watching you.
I just talked about it.
And I can't thank you enough for all the positivity and wisdom. Much love. Also, happy B-Day.
Getting Scarra on your team is actually a free win.
It finally ran out. Thank God. Holy shit. No offense. I love what you're giving me, but I'm chill. What do you think is the best roster in LCS? I have no idea. I would say Liquid's roster is looking pretty good. What would you advise the new streamers? Enjoy streaming
Getting
before you
Scarra
look
on
to
your team is actually
be
free
bigger.
win.
Like actually make a schedule, see if you can enjoy streaming. I would say for streamers, you need a lot of stuff. You know, you need hard work, you need consistency, you need luck.
Getting Scarra on
And you
your
need
team is
the biggest thing, you need a reason for people to watch you, you know? Mo got watched because, you know, he will do random shit that no one else will do, you know? And he's willing to make fun of himself for content. I think that's great, you know. And he is a one-trick Yasuo player, really good one. So people watch him for that, right? TF Blade, people watch him because he's the best, you know? Would you say the second greatest player of all time is up for grabs? Yeah, I think after Cutie, it's hard to say.
Getting Scarra on your team is actually free win.
Sedarian, Burnout, Nitsu, Natarian, Giblez. Thanks for the sub, guys. What do you think of Revenge? Good player. He could have went pro. I think. Like, I think right now it's really awkward because outside of maybe one or two people, you remember when Apto in his recent interview said that there weren't any it feels like we had the period of time where there were like a lot of generation of miracles. It like crossed a lot of different scenes. Like Mada's generation had a lot, you know, and the same for League. I feel like there was like a period in season 3 or 4 where a lot of the really fucking good players came from, like super good players came from. And every year it feels like, you know, maybe there's a handful that have potential, but in NA I feel like there's not ones that wow me that I'm like, holy shit, this guy's a beast. And that kind of sucks. Yeah, I'm sure there's people like Licorice, right, who end up popping off, but even in interviews with his teammates, like, yeah, this guy was like one of a kind. Well, and maybe like we're only fortunate enough to get one of a kind every year, and I think, you know what, that's okay. My favorite gift for the day, they're all nice, to be honest. I think I'm wearing Lily's gift, and Yvonne's gift was really cute. Sorry, Yvonne and Sean's gift. You ever find yourself censor yourself from saying things you wouldn't say on camera? No, I pretty much say everything I would say on camera. I used to, though. Actually used to be known as a family-friendly, no cussing stream.
Hey
but
Scarra,
over time,
since we
I
watchers
feel like
tend to idolize streamers like you, do you as well have some insecurities about the future that you could share with us? Big love 20.
Oh, God. Yeah, sure, I'll do it. Hold up, give me a sec. So finishing my statement, I actually cuss a lot in real life, like a decent amount, and I stopped holding myself back, and it's negatively helped me. I lost a lot of the younger audience because I've done that, but it feels more true to myself, so I continue with that, you know. And speaking about insecurities, you know, I think that fine, we can talk about some shit that's happening to me. In the last year, there's a period of time in the year where I felt like I had a lot of growth, and I think due to me splitting my time between offline and League, a lot of times League players grow by streaming a lot. Like different than other games, like League, getting in the difference between 9 to 12 hours for me is huge in terms of viewership gains, as well as like consistent follow, stuff like that. Because I've been streaming less, my viewership has kind of plateaued, and if not, has decreased with the popularity of people like Shifter, like TF Blade, like Mo. I've actually gotten worried about my ability to retain viewership, and if I wasn't very helpful, getting helped a lot by hosts from friends, I think my numbers would be looking a lot worse. And it's really problematic because I think some of the reason why I'm getting lower viewership is the fact that I am in Diamond. But a lot of times is talking to people who work at Twitch is like the idea of just a gamer slowly dying on Twitch. And like for me, like I see Twitch as a gaming platform, not really like a just chatting platform. But to be honest, I think that it's like pure gaming is dying. You have to be entertaining, you know, and that worries me to some extent. Because like similar to like people like me who have really laid back streams, and people like Hafu, for instance, have noticed viewership dips, and it's not because of like the game just getting old or any of that. It's mainly because like, you know, times are changing, and for me, who's living in a situation where it's like, well, I was comfortable before, but like now it's like, and not this has changed over the period of like a year, like less than a year. It sucks, you know, it sucks ass. So it's like, well, like what should I in terms of what should I focus on? Like, should I go to improv classes, try to improve entertainment level? Probably, right? Should I look to focus on playing different games? Maybe that will help. And I've done that, but maybe I think branching out into variety has actually caused more harm to my stream than anything else. Something that I've noticed after multiple months is that like if I had probably stuck with League and done kind of more what Box did, after he pushed to variety and went pushed backwards onto League, I think that generally you'd go variety so you can have a more comfortable living situation, and later on are able to retain viewerships for whatever you play. But I think that generally speaking, that it did nothing but harm my channel, and I'm still trying to help. I'm still doing it, but yeah, you know, there's a lot of things I think about, stuff like that. Stuff like before I said, like a lot of viewership on Twitch, when I get hosted, I retain a very small amount, or when like even if they're directly associated with offline, because a lot of the communities can't interact with my community because they have a very spammy
is actually free win.
Spammy like chat and like very meme heavy, where like you come here and it's just very laid back. And I think that like maybe there is a lifespan on what I do and the type of streamer that I am. So the question is like, do I need to change? How quickly do I need to change? What am I looking to do? Stuff like that. And you're asking like, hey, you know, what do streamers have to do? They just turn on their streams. It's like, no, I have to think of shit like that, dude. I do. Because I'm not big. Like, I'm not like ninja level. And I'm sure even he thinks about that. I'm just like a medium-sized streamer, I would say, you know? And I think that with my numbers looking as they do in the last 6 months, that I should be worried, and I am to some extent. So you want to hear about my insecurities, dude? There you go. That's just all on my personal job, you know, not in my brand, not relating to, you know, personal relationships or like just balancing offline and this stuff. That's like, yeah, I think a lot about what I do, and I think everyone does, right? But you don't really hear that much from streamers.
Getting Scarra on your team is actually free win.
Spun Bun, thanks for the sub. Welcome to the stream.
Getting Scarra on your team is actually free win.
One topping pizza, thanks for the sub. And I think that like generally speaking, like these are just problems that occur as like anyone working in anything, right?
Getting Scarra on your team is actually
when
free
you
win.
When you first cover the thing, it used to be when I was younger, it's like, let's be financially stable. And then as I grew older, it was like, well, let's stop being like, the problems change. You always have problems. The problems are just like, how do I stay stable? Like, where do I go from here? How high up do I shoot? Do I want to be the very best? And if the answer is no, legitimately, like, then where do you want to hit, you know? And you have to sit down and really think to yourself that. Oh, thank you, Atrocity, for gifting 5 subs. And Nambles,
getting Scarra on your team
Swellbell, Met Mit AIDS, and Badal Paka. Bad Alpaca. Thanks for the sub, guys.
Getting Scarra on your team.
So it's like, yeah, there's always new things that pop up that you have to think about, you know? Do you feel different
Getting
now you're
Scarra
40?
on your team is actually free.
Yeah, I feel like I just die at any moment. Well, Gemini Jets and Synctex. Thanks for the sub.
Is actually free win.
Am I keeping the alerts? I might bring them back once a month. I think at the moment, I don't know if I keep them.
Getting Scarra on your team is actually free win.
Don't forget my dinner date. Yeah, dude, I can't wait to bring my +1 to dinner.
There is always
Hey,
space
he's right
for people with
here.
more chill streams. Offline consists of a lot of meme streams, which contributes heavily to the viewership difference, but that's not the type of stream everyone is looking for. Niches shouldn't be avoided.
And
Getting
it's
Scarra on your
it
team
is true.
actually free
Niches shouldn't be avoided. But I think overall, it's like it's not just that there's avoidance in those types of niches. Like for
win. Getting
instance,
Scarra on your team
I think
is actually
there's
free
a
win.
steady push for everyone to be variety. Like the longer you stream, the more variety you go. One, because like no game lasts forever, and two, because variety allows you to be able to touch new markets you wouldn't before. And I Pokey's like been playing Detroit, right? She loves it. And like who could play Fortnite or League forever aside from maybe me, right? So it's really interesting, I guess. God forbid, dude. Tyler's fans want him to not play League. They're like, please, dude, give me your variety. Like,
Thank you
let
for such
play
a nice
anything
dancer.
else.
You could
You
have
know?
turned it into a joke or something, but you actually went through. Anyways, here's Wonderwall.
Thanks for the donation, man. Yeah, Cutie's also like a monster. He's super good, entertaining, super great gamer. You know, I do think that like if League ever dies, you know what he's gonna do? He's just gonna find a new main game. He's gonna be playing Dota or something, and God forbid that's gonna be weird. But he's just like the ultimate gamer, and I think that for him, he's got life made. You know, multi-millionaire, has has a house, has a wife, has some cats, has some friends. You know, he's actually just done it. He's hit the peak of his life 20 years before everyone else.
Oh no, your stream too good, don't stop.
Oh my god, stamp coin. Sorry, man, I have to go soon.
Getting Scarra on your team is actually
Like Crumbs is saying about I always am reminded about what he said about Cutie. He's like in my mind for Cutie, the only thing that matters in his life is Leisha and playing the game. And he's got both, you know. He's done. He's made it. And I'm like, yeah, dude, I think that's true. And small cat. Sorry. My favorite piece of life advice? Oh, God. Follow your dreams, but have a plan. I'm not going to tell you, like, hey, dude, you want to be the biggest streamer on Twitch? Sure. But have a plan to get there, you know? Be realistic. I think that, like, I've always followed my dreams. And fortunately, it's worked out for me, you know? I will say, though, above all else, like, you need a lot of luck to get to certain places, you know? In life. But I find that what's the saying? The harder you work, the luckier you are. That's something that I never think hard work ever betrays you. That's the thing. If you want something, work hard at it. Actually.
Keep streaming.
Roberto, I don't know if I can, dude. Soon as Yvonne walks in that room, tells me I gotta go.
Hey, thanks for all our tips and helping me to grow to be a pro. Happy B-Day.
Getting Scarra on your team is actually free win.
Pega Sassy? Thanks for your sub. Yeah, like I'm fortunate enough to be able to do what I got to my place where a lot of people have to do jobs to pay bills. And like I understand I got lucky to get here. I will say though, part of my luck was because I was in the right place at the right time, but I worked hard for it. And I think that's true for anyone.
Getting Scarra
that's
on your team is
successful.
actually free win.
Why don't you be my wife? Whoa. I don't know if I am that good looking with a wig, you know? Space Valor, thanks a bit. Are we done? Yeah, but because I told you about that, you
There's no, they don't do that for our XCOM. We have to go there.
No, you have to go there
Yeah,
now, and then we'll leave 40 minutes.
it's cool.
No. Okay, wait.
It
So we're
takes
just
4
not.
minutes to get there.
We're just not gonna go to the movies then?
I think we still can. The movie's at 10:45.
Oh, it's sold. Okay. Sure. So I should end, is what you're saying. Thank you, Space Valor, for the bit donation. Is Avali as attractive in person? Dude, the bigger the weeb you are, the more attractive she is. Especially when you bring up the topic of JoJo, she just goes off, dude. Actually. Anyways, guys, I gotta call it. Thank you so much for joining me for my birthday stream. I ended up streaming about 7 hours ish. I'm not gonna say I'll be back later tonight. I'm gonna be spending some time with Toast. We're gonna have a birthday dinner. I'm gonna maybe watch a movie later tonight. Thank you guys so much. In terms of the alert stream, it was better and more successful than I could have hoped. So honestly, nothing but the best to you guys, man. In terms of frequency, when it'll come back, might be something where I do it once a month. I think that it's something where I've shied away from for a long time, but maybe once a month is good. But I think that I'm glad you guys all enjoyed it. Every Friday. I don't know about that, dude. You could just take the free money. Nah, I'm too stubborn for that. But thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys later.